It could have been just a brief, short-term affair, and it would have lasted however long it did, and it would have been great for both of us, I mean to say. Hi, this is Arbaaz Khan, and please subscribe to Siddharth Kannan's YouTube channel.
In fact, मैं a couple of weeks back एक event में Giorgia से मिला था, and I found out to be a very हंसमुख girl. She's very bindass, she's very cool, she's very comfortable in her skin. आप दोनों का जो bond है, is it because of the fact that you're also bindass, she's also bindass? What makes it solid, bhai?
She's a wonderful girl, and we are very good friends. And she has that exuberance in her. She's got that energy in her, and she vibrates with that. And I draw sometimes energy from her, because sometimes what happens is that sometimes people feed off each other's, energies and, all of that. It depends on who comes in your life at what stage and how they impact you, right? Of course, there's like a humongous age difference between the both of us, but neither of us has ever felt it, Like I ask her at times, I said, really? It could have been just a brief, short-term affair, and it would have lasted however long it did, and it would have been great for both of us, I mean to say. But the fact that we were in a relationship long enough to realize, of course, there are times now to think as to how to go forward, and that's where we are. And when you get into a relationship, you don't get with looking too far ahead. But once you're longer in a relationship, then there are a lot of questions that need to be answered. And I think we are in that phase of our life that how do we take it further? And I guess it's too early for me to talk right now, but we are in a very transitional phase of our life here.
But एक चीज बोलूं, I've known you for so many years, and I see with each passing year now, Arbaaz, you become lighter as a person. I think you're more free with yourself. Am I right?
I guess so. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to understand my life, to accept a lot of things, to shed baggage. Let's just put that. Like somebody said very, very smartly that if you want to travel high, you got to travel light. So when you're climbing the mountain, you've got to take only the minimalistic things with you. You can't take everything with you, because it's a burden. So that way in life also, when you need to move forward, all your extra baggage, all the things that stress you, all the problems in your life, you've got to just eliminate them. You just have to shed them.
Are you enjoying life more now?
I guess so. I think sometimes I wish I had this kind of a mindset when I was much younger. And but that's okay. That's a part of growing up and evolution and just change. So, when you have the mind, you don't have the body. And when you had the body, you didn't have the mind. There's just a small little time where it kind of merges, and that's the beauty. But the fact that when you have the mind, you can enjoy everything from the body, because at the end of the day, it's the mind that controls even your body. You can do everything because if you're young, like I remember when I was much younger, I actually used to stress a lot more, and I used to be far more tired and all of those. My father used to tell me, what's wrong with you? It's come for a walk with me. And I used to go for a walk with him. I used to take 3 rounds just to walk. He used to walk 10 more rounds and pick me up, and I used to be tired. Because I may have burdened myself with a lot of expectations out of myself,
What transitional phase kab hua when you said screw everything else?
That was my father helping me out on that.
Yeah?
Yeah, he says there's nothing really that needs to be treated except for not treated as in you need to work on it, except just your focus. Just calm down, just concentrate. You don't need to worry about anything. Jo hona hai so hoga. He gave me a book to read at that time. That was Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. He told me to join the Yoga Institute at Santa Cruz. And I just did all of that, and it took me about a couple of weeks to get out of that. Nothing has changed since then.
सुमित ने और तुम्हारा जो बॉन्ड है वो कैसे इवॉल्व हुआ है समय के साथ? I mean, how have you contributed to each other's growth, professionally and personally?
Okay, so Sumit and I met when we both were very vulnerable emotionally. He obviously had come from whatever, I don't want to say it, yeah. And I also had my baggages. So initially when we had met, we were two people who were very, very, very scared of expressing ourselves properly.
To each other?
To each other, huh? To just say that I love you was very difficult, because we always feared that what if he's not reciprocating it, or probably he'll not even address it कि ऐसा कुछ है या नहीं है. With him also to just express or even say that you surprised me, I like this, was very difficult. This is so sweet. I am really touched. It was very difficult to say. तो we have come a very long way. मतलब हम वहाँ से आए जहाँ से हम बहुत डरते थे कि हम बोलें या नहीं बोलें. तो to accept that we are two people who are in love with each other took us almost 2 years. कि अरे हाँ हम हैं, we are in love and we would want to take this further. But with time I think it gradually developed and we realized that it's okay to take that plunge. So we got married. Even after getting married, I think for initial 6 months हम लोग ना एक दूसरे को अपनी प्रायोरिटीज बताने में भी शर्माते थे या डरते थे कि अच्छा मैं बता दूं that I like this color more than this color. Should I tell him I want white curtains, not the black curtains? तो हम उतने डरे हुए थे मतलब. And with time I think the trust built and we kind of accepted. We started to believe that it's okay to not be on the same page yet not hate each other, but just accept that we have different choices and go ahead with. I am okay accepting your choice and he's okay with my choice. So आप समझ रहे हैं disagreements होते हैं but it's not a bad thing. It's not important that if you are disagreeing you have to hate the other person or make the other person feel bad about their choices.
यही तो दोस्ती में होता है यार.
And why are you turning into an Oprah suddenly? Huh? Why?
सिड के का अंगार. Ready? Fire. ठीक है. Have you ever had a तनाव पूर्ण moment with Arhaan?
Yes.
On?
I can't talk about it. Yeah.
But are you like friends? Are you like
Of course we are
अरे
friends,
क्या
and
बात है?
yeah, of course we are friends. Yeah, I deliberately took that approach. I never wanted to have that scenario where he would hesitate to call me, because I felt let's just say that I had this whole thing about I'm your father, and you should be scared of me, or you should not, you should be careful about what you talk or what you do. He's not going to turn to me. He's going to turn to his friends who will have lesser experience and lesser interest, lesser in looking in his interest. I have to build that confidence in him to say that, listen, hello, whatever it is, you come to me, you talk to me. I'll tell you and I'll not judge you. I've gone through that phase that you've gone through. So don't worry about it. No matter what, you're going to be loved. I'll correct you with my experience, whatever I think, and I'll try to, but I'll not judge you and I'll not hate you for it. It's my job. If I don't stand by you, who will? So लोग क्या बोलते हैं ना, आपने बहुत बार नोटिस किया होगा कि यार उसकी फैमिली तो उसको सपोर्ट करती है यार, देखो कैसे लोग हैं यार, उसने कितना गलत किया, उसकी फैमिली सपोर्ट करती है. कौन करेगा फैमिली नहीं करेगी तो? कौन सुधारेगा फैमिली नहीं सुधारेगी तो? बीवी नहीं सुधारेगी, भाई नहीं सुधारेगा, बाप खड़ा नहीं रहेगा तो कौन रहेगा? तो वही रह के ही आपको करेक्ट कर सकते हैं ना. तो इसमें क्या है सोचने वाली बात कि देखो बाप तो खड़ा है उसके साथ यार, भाई तो खड़ा है उसके साथ, खड़ा ही रहेगा वो, क्योंकि गलती हुई है, भाई ही खड़ा रह के कोशिश करेगा, वो बोलेगा नहीं लेकिन बड़ा करेगा. हम लोग यहाँ इसको तो ऐसे देखते हैं कि देखो साले मतलब भाई को भी छोड़ देना चाहिए, माँ बाप को भी छोड़ देना चाहिए, सबको छोड़ अबैंडन कर देना चाहिए, किसी से कुछ भी मिसडिमीनियर हुआ या गलती हो गई है. तो this is something that you have to understand on a very deeper level, that how human beings function. So I want that scenario to be that the child doesn't go elsewhere looking for advice. The people who are well-meaning, people who care for you are the ones that you should go to.
आप कश्मीरी हैं. ये जो कश्मीर दिखाया गया है तनाव में, is it close to the कश्मीर जो आप जानती हैं?
Actually मैं जम्मू में रही हूँ, so I've not stayed in Kashmir. So I know that there is tension, but to what extent it is, I have actually no idea.
अरबाज 2.0 को कैसे डिफाइन करेंगे?
Work in progress.
Still, yeah?
Yeah. It'll be
It's
endless.
always in work.
Yeah, always.
Everybody is working in progress.
हर फेज में आदमी का और महिला का एक एक्सपेक्टेशन होता है. एक फेज होता है जब आपके तरह काम में तोड़ फोड़ करूंगा. एक कहता है अच्छा मेरा पर्सनल लाइफ अच्छा होना चाहिए. What phases are both of you in?
Mine is work. I'm done with my personal life equations, worrying about, how my personal relationships are going to work and all. My focus is shifted to my work and to my health. These are the two most important priorities in my life. Everything else will take care of itself. Because everything else suffers when you give a lot of attention. I've realized that if you give too much of attention to your relationship, your work suffers, बाकी सारी चीजें suffer करती हैं लोगों को. It's very romantic. That's what I'm saying. Very romantic to be that I'm in love and I have a relationship and this person means a lot. That doesn't get you anywhere in life. Trust me. It's a very. That is a part of your life. When people make it their whole, na, कि I live for you, die for you. This person was all stories. Nobody jumps off a cliff when somebody dies. I have not heard of anybody एक दूसरे के लिए happen कि my lover has died. Next day पता चला मैं भी कूद गई. ना आपके father के I'm just saying कोई नहीं करता. मतलब very rare instances के पता चला कि माँ नहीं करती बच्चा मर जाता बेचारा कि पता चला next day कुछ नहीं होता है ना. दुख होता है, दर्द होता है, ये होता है. तो you ultimately what does that prove? That you are first. God has given you a life to take care of yourself. Everybody else will take care of their own lives.
Do you feel when you look at yourself in the camera on the screen, जैसे तनाव में आपने देखा, do you feel that yes, now I'm arriving to where I want to be as an actor?
That's the word. Arriving, not arrived. I'm trying to come to where I want to be. I've not arrived, and I don't think I will ever arrive.
Wow, this is like student of the game.
Right. So you can only keep coming closer, 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 and there is no destination. It's just a journey that is just, you're just climbing stairs.
Are you liking yourself more on the camera now?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Up.
I'm at that phase when I'm trying to balance things, balance my personal life also and balance work at the same time.